So, it's almost 2 a.m. when I'm recording this. I've been kind of holding off recording this just because of, like, how nervous I am about it for some reason. Which I think will be understood in a minute, but I wanted to, like, have something playing in the background, because originally I was gonna just have this be like a face cam video, but I look like a crazy person right now, so I don't really want to do that. Anyway, so yeah, I just decided I'm gonna play Stardew Valley because I've been getting back into this game. But I wanted to make this video as sort of like I guess pivot is the word for it. Forgive me, because in advance this is just going to be a lot of rambling, so bear with me. But yeah, I've been holding off on making this video for a while just because, I don't know, nerves and whatnot. But I told myself I was going to record this today. But I ended up procrastinating a bunch, and now it's 2 a.m. And I'm like, well, I should just get this recorded and get it done. So here I am. But yeah, I wanted to talk a little bit about my channel again, because I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I've been feeling like not necessarily burnt out, but more so just kind of feeling off about YouTube. And I kind of just lost motivation to make content for a while, which is why videos have been inconsistent recently. And you know, it really just came down to me, I guess, my channel kind of falling off a little bit. Because, like, yes, it wasn't like, it was still getting views, kind of, even though, like, you know, I never really cared that much about the views and whatnot. It was still, like, a factor, because, you know, I wanted to make YouTube my full-time job. And I still want to do that, but I just haven't really been enjoying the content lately. And a big part of that being that my videos don't really seem to get much engagement anymore. Like, not even my streams don't even really get engagement either. 'Cause I would be just streaming, and the entire stream I'd get, like, right, I forgot about that. The entire stream I'd get, like, nobody saying anything, and I'm not gonna lie, that was that having that happen was a little bit disheartening, and kind of sapped my motivation a little bit. Oh, okay. And videos also not really seeming to get much engagement also contributed to that as well. But I think I think it kind of made me realize that maybe something was off. So I decided to just like take a break to figure things out. Well, not really to... It started out as me just kind of losing motivation and not really doing much on the channel anymore, because I was just like, well, what's the point? No one's gonna watch anything I make anymore, because I don't think anyone's interested in my content anymore, so I just kind of stopped for a while. But after thinking on it a little bit, I came to a sort of realization that I think the problem was just me. Because in my videos and streams and whatnot, I kind of tried doing that generic, just bombastic YouTube personality, but that's not really how I am in real life. And I kind of had the feeling that maybe people started to realize that and just kind of lost interest in my channel because of it, because like, you know, I think people kind of realize when someone is being fake, and no one really likes watching someone that's fake a lot of the time. But I kind of got stuck for a while because I was like, well, because I don't really think that I'm a very entertaining person, just being myself. So I didn't really think I'd be able to garner an audience that way. So I was kind of just like, well, if I can't be myself, and putting on the YouTube personality just makes people leave eventually, then what am I supposed to do at this point? So I kind of just stopped for a while, and after talking to a few people, a very important person to me suggested that, you know, why don't you just try it for one video? Try and just be yourself. Like, just 100% authentically yourself. And share it to a limited amount of people, like some of your friends, and see what they think. And if it ends up getting well received, post it publicly and see what happens. So I did. That video ended up being the Sonic Rumble video that I did. Was that last year at this point? Oh, it was a few months back. But that's what the video ended up being, and I was like, you know, I actually enjoyed doing this. It was fun. I don't really think that, or I think that doing videos where I'm just being myself, I thought that was fun. It was refreshing a little bit. And, you know, I was like, I'm not too worried about the views on this because, you know, I'm basically dealing with a dead channel that I have to resurrect, so even if it got just like 20 views, I would have been fine. That video got almost 70 views, and while that's not a lot, I feel like that's a significant amount to be like, okay, maybe I could make something work here. So I started posting another few videos, and those videos didn't really do as well, but you know, I basically reviving a dead channel, so I feel like I need to give it a bit more time and upload a few more videos before I completely write it off. And I think another issue also came from the fact that up until this point, I was exclusively just uploading Splatoon content. And I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys, I never actually wanted to be a Splatoon YouTuber. I wanted to just be a gaming channel, but Splatoon just ended up being the thing that seemed to work, so I just kind of went full on Splatoon. And for better or for worse, that garnered me some kind of an audience. But it also kind of brought a lot of drama that happened behind the scenes. Some that was public, some that wasn't. And I feel like part of that just kind of made me, I guess it contributed to the burnout a little bit. Because I don't really know how to... I apologize in advance if this is kind of all over the place. It's just kind of me just rambling and whatnot. Because I just kind of want to put this out there and kind of just talk about just where my head is at and how I got to this point. So if it's a little rambly, I apologize. But I feel this is something that a video that needs to be made in order for me to sort of like be able to finally move forward with my channel, because I basically faked everything up to this point. I faked my personality, I faked what I like doing. I faked my enthusiasm a lot of the time, even though it was dwindling with Splatoon. I just kind of felt like I had to stick with it because, you know, YouTube and whatnot. I thought, like, I need to be on a specific niche in order to get somewhere on the platform. But I think part of this whole ordeal was kind of just me starting to realize maybe just being myself is my niche, and maybe people will just watch me because they think I'm a chill guy. Which sounds weird to say, but people think that I'm nice to be around. I mean, I guess I wouldn't really have gotten an audience in the first place or have friends if people didn't think that, but the idea of people just liking my actual personality just feels so alien to me that I don't entirely know how to process that. But having the personality obviously didn't really work out too much, so I feel like people started to realize that I was being fake and just kind of left, rightfully so, because who wants to watch someone that's fake? So, after having all of this, all these experiences and figuring stuff out, I decided that, you know, maybe I just need to start over. And not start over in the sense of abandoning this channel and starting a new one, but more so in just starting over as in evolving my content and changing it accordingly. You know, because I don't like being confined to just one game. I want to be able to play a bunch of different stuff and do a bunch of interesting, wacky video ideas that come to mind. And you know, I was able to do that with Splatoon, yes, but it was also a little bit limiting because, you know, Splatoon is one game and there's only so much you can do on one game. I want to be able to play like a bunch of different games, you know, well, Crossworlds was one game that I liked playing, you know, I like playing Sonic games. This game, Stardew Valley, the game I'm playing right now, I'd like to make content on this. And, you know, other new games that pique my interest I'd like to play. But I just kind of forced myself to miss out on making content on those games because, well, I'm a Splatoon YouTuber, so obviously if I deviate from that, it's gonna mean that it's just gonna kill my channel. But I've seen so many other people do variety content and their channels are still fine. So maybe that whole time it was just my anxiety talking. I don't really know. But regardless, I wanna try and sort of evolve this channel into what I always wanted it to be. Just a channel where I chill and play games with people. And entertain people too. That the engagement and seeing comments and interacting with people on streams has always been the driving factor that I've enjoyed when it comes to YouTube. So, not really getting that anymore, getting like 0 comments on videos, no one interacting on streams, I feel like kind of worsened my motivation because it's like, well, no one really cares to interact. But I think that was just my own fault because I wasn't being authentic, and that's something that I am starting to realize now. So I want to try to correct that going forward and be authentic, authentically me, because I think that, well, I think doing that is like the only way I'll be able to start enjoying making videos again, because yeah, I don't really know what I'm saying at this point. I'm just kind of just rambling. Like I said, this was going to be a very rambly video, so again, I apologize for that. But, you know, I want to be able to do different kinds of content. I want to be able to make more discussion type videos, you know? I like talking about things a lot of the time, especially like stories. I like talking about stories. And videos like this where I just sort of just ramble about random stuff, you know, I guess sort of like video diary type of videos. I like videos like this where I just play a random game and just ramble. But I sort of didn't really pursue any of those because I thought, well, this is just gonna make the algorithm just hate me, I guess, because I'm doing so many different things. But at this point, I feel like I'm okay to just try and do random stuff because I'm basically dealing with a dead channel right now. Which isn't me being like a doomer about it. It's just the fact of the it's just the fact of the situation right now. It's not me being upset about it. I mean, I am upset about it to an extent because, you know, I don't think anyone really wants their channel to be dead. But that's the situation right now, and I gotta move forward and try to push past it. So going forward, I want to try to let myself be more free to make content on things that I want to make, gaming wise, obviously, because I want to be a gaming channel. And, you know, this doesn't mean I'm gonna completely abandon Splatoon, but I don't really want to be a Splatoon YouTuber anymore. I want to just be... I just want to be a gaming channel. I want to be me. I want to be Sonic-Kai, the gamer that just has his own community attached to him, not being part of any other specific community. That's what I always really wanted from YouTube. I wanted to have my own community and make this my job, which I know is going to take time. It's going to take time, especially now that I have to rebuild from scratch, basically. But, you know, that's okay. I built this channel up once. I'm sure I can do it again. I just gotta be consistent and let myself make videos the way I want to make them and not just conform to the norm. You know, because it got so bad for me to the point where I even started faking my accent even. Like, if you listen in some of my older videos, you'd probably be able to hear it, because like it's not like what I'm doing now, the accent that I have now, because like this is my authentic accent I'm using in this video. But I think in order for me to move forward, I need to just let myself be authentically myself, and that's what I'm gonna try to do. I feel like I've said the same thing over and over again. I'm sorry about that, but, you know, that's what these type of videos are gonna be, unfortunately, so... Again, I apologize in advance if this is, like, hard to watch, but you know what? This is me being authentically myself, so screw it. This is me. This is me. My name is Sonic Kai, and I'm just a guy that likes playing games and entertaining people. This is who I want to be. So, yeah. This is how I want to try to be going forward. Just being me, just chilling and playing games with people, for people. And doing collabs with people in the future. I mean, in the future, right? I have people that I do collabs with. And actually, the next videos that I'm going to be posting are going to be said collabs with said people. But, yeah, you get the idea. But, yeah. When it comes down to it, now, I want to move away from just being relegated to just being that guy that plays Splatoon. And like I said, I'm not going to completely abandon Splatoon, but I don't want to be just known as a guy that plays Splatoon. I want to be known as just that guy that plays games and entertains people, you know? Kind of like Markiplier, 8-Bit Ryan, people like them. But yeah, that's it, you know? That's all there is to it. I just want to be authentically myself. And I feel like my viewers would appreciate that more too. You know, getting to know the real me a bit more. Because, I don't know. I think I need to just allow myself to be the dork that I am, because at the end of the day, that's kind of who I am as a person. I'm not loud, bombastic, and energetic. I'm more chill. I don't really say much, and when I do talk, I'm a bit of a dork, I guess. I'm very like nerdy and like emotion based, I guess. When I don't say much, but when I'm passionate about something, you'll be able to tell because of how much I talk about it. But yeah, my channel is going to go through a massive overhaul. I'm already working with my channel artist to update things on my channel, like my profile picture and banner and whatnot. And I'm also going to be participating in some other projects that I'm interested in being a part of, which I can't completely talk about yet, but all I'll say is it involves doing some things that I've been passionate about and wanted to do for a while. But I am excited to see what comes next with the channel, and I hope that those of you that still watch my content if there is any that isn't just my friends, my personal friends. I hope you'll stick around, even if I move away from playing Splatoon exclusively. I hope you'll stick around and just watch content because it's me, and it's authentically me this time. I don't know. I'm nervous about going in this new direction, but I'm also a little bit excited. This video is gonna be interesting to edit because not really. There isn't really gonna be much editing, because I think I just want to post this raw, mainly. Even with all the pauses and the screw-ups in my speech, I feel like keeping that in just kind of further cements that I just want to allow myself to be myself. And, it's gonna be weird at first. I might not be able to fully allow myself to just be authentically me in the beginning because I'm so used to putting on the personality, but I'll find a flow over time. I guess that's actually an advantage of this being a dead channel. It allows me a bit of freedom to just explore a little bit and test things out. But yeah, it's kind of funny because I was debating what I was going to play while I just speak in the background, because I was, like I said, I was originally gonna have this be just a face cam, talking to face cam video, but I didn't really want to do that because it was just kind of, I was doing a lot of those not too long ago, and it felt a little, like, repetitive to do another one. So I just decided I'd play a game in the background, and I have seen people do this type of thing in Minecraft, but I'm not really the biggest fan of Minecraft personally. But I started getting back into this game a little bit some time ago, and I thought, you know what, let me play this game, because it's about me being authentic, not sticking to one game, playing what I'm interested in, and Stardew Valley is a game that I'm interested in, so let me do this. And it's kind of funny because in this game, your character wants to escape from his old life, and I feel like this is kind of me escaping from my old YouTube life and turning over a new leaf and changing the direction of this channel. So, in a way, this game kind of fits perfectly for the message of this video. I do want to return to streaming eventually, but I think if I'm gonna do that, I need to rebuild my audience a bit more, so I'll have people to actually talk to when I stream, because honestly, otherwise what's the point of streaming if not to interact with your fan base? That's kind of what I always wanted streaming to be, but since I don't really seem to have a fan base, or at least not an active one that wants to interact with me, streaming is kind of pointless right now, so for now, I'm just gonna do videos until I rebuild my audience. And if you still watch my content, again, thank you for sticking around, and I hope you'll continue to stick with me as this channel goes through, I guess, a little bit of a growing pain, trying to figure out the direction that the channel goes in. And if you're new around here, welcome, and I hope you'll stick around for future content. But, yeah. I'm gonna go back to the very, very start of my channel type of content where I just would play games that I'm interested in. So, yeah, the next game that I play is gonna be a game that I'm really passionate about, which I actually just recorded the first part for yesterday. So, yeah. I hope you'll look forward to that. It's actually a new game that came out recently. And I'm just gonna continue going forward. I'm gonna continue that formula of playing games that I'm interested in and that I think other people would want to watch me play. My channel went through a lot of ups and downs, and I've been through a lot of stuff that I feel effectively contributed to my channel going under. Some of it being my fault, some of it being due to outside forces out of my control. But, you know, life goes on. We move forward, and we come back even stronger. So, I'm gonna move forward, and hopefully y'all will stick with me and continue to enjoy the content. Even more so now that I am going to allow myself to be myself. But for now, I must go to sleep. Tomorrow is another day. Also, holy moly, I made so much money from this one day. That's insane.